3, 2, 1.
Oh.
That was honestly the best clap we've had so far. Hello, everybody. My name is Alexandra, and I will be hosting another episode of Talk About It Tuesday. I am joined by the amazing, very talented Erin.
Hello, that's me, apparently talented.
Hey,
and
everyone.
Amazing. Wow.
Everyone gets nice adjectives here, you know.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So here on Talk About It Tuesday, we talk about the arts and the people who love them, and we are very happy to have Erin along with us. So first things first, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello. I'm Erin. My professional name, I'll give you it full so you can find me on the internet, is Philip Aaron Brasher. I've been acting for like 10 years, voice acting for about 4 years, streaming for 2 years. So yeah, he, him pronouns, and I do lots of fun stuff on the internet, and I love acting. That's me. Well-rounded man I am.
Well-rounded Renaissance.
Exactly. Many talents. Many
talents. So when did you first get interested in the world of the arts?
In terms of acting, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna surprise you, probably, maybe. Listen in, viewers. I hated acting, and I hated actors, and I hated theater. Very, very passionate about it. I remember I was always a band kid. I liked music. I was my dad and my granddad were both in marching band and football. I didn't do the football thing, but I loved music. So I played trumpet, baritone, euphonium, which is the same thing, tubas. I was a big brass guy. I got some big lips. And I hated theater kids. They were obnoxious. They were always annoying me. And then I remember seeing in middle school this production of, is it Princess and the Pea? I think that's what it's called.
It's
right.
Once Upon a Mattress.
Yeah, whatever. It's about a pea and a princess. Who cares? Yeah, I saw it. I hated it. I thought it was miserable. Anyways, that's how I originally felt about it. But I loved going to see plays like professionally. I just hated meeting the people. Anyways, we'll flash forward a little bit. I won't bore you with the details, but basically in high school, I dropped out of band due some personal reasons, and then I was put in family and consumer science, where I learned how to distinguish the difference between a pot and a pan.
Nice.
I killed it. I love to cook. And then I had a friend who was doing theater in the high school. They were auditioning. You had to audition to be in the theater program in high school, in our high school. And they were like, you should audition. Like I like telling stories. They're like, you should do it. I was like, sure. So I didn't really know what to do. I picked a monologue from Clerks, the movie. I didn't know there's any etiquette to it at the time. I got cast in the first audition, and after that I kind of just kept on doing it for a little while, and then I took a break, and then I came back. So yeah, that's the origin story of my theater. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you said that you have been doing voice acting as well. So what got you into voice acting? Because sometimes not many actors transfer into that as well. So
yeah, I'm a dirty weeb. I love anime and video games. I've always been a big fan of both of those mediums, and when I was getting my degree in theater, we had a voice acting class, and I'd already done some fan projects. I don't know if anyone who's watching, or if you know what Behind the Voice Actor is BTVA. It was kind of an interesting site where you do fan dubs of stuff. And I started doing that. And I remember I was doing voice acting with a Rock Band mic. Rock Band mics are actually solid mics, by the way. And that's how I originally got into it. I just really loved anime and video games, and I was like always wanting to be a part of that. And then luckily when I was in college, I got some extra training in that. And then after college, I just applied for a lot of different things, ranging from audiobooks to visual novels. Fiverr is actually a pretty great place to book gigs. Yeah, like you can meet a lot of people, you set your own rates. It's negotiable for the most points of it, but yeah, that's how I got started, and I love it. Like I love character acting, so to me voice acting was just an extension of character acting. So
that's awesome. So with character acting and voice acting and things like that, what would you say is like one of the one of your favorite types of characters to play?
Oh, I love crazy people. That's a broad spectrum, but I love like very villainous, crazy types. For the most part, if you or anyone else knows of like One Piece, long-running anime manga series, every villain has a signature laugh. It's kind of like one of the staples of One Piece, and I love that. There's a specific character post time skip. It's not really a spoiler. Their name is Caesar. Anyways, they laugh like, and I thought that was, I love it, the anime, and I just love characters of crazy, and they do laughs, and I love that. I love the over-the-top villains, kind of like Heath Ledger's Joker from the Batman animated series. You know, he has like that rasp, the laugh, and you know, it's a lot of layers. I think playing villains in cartoons or in animes or in video games, there's a lot of depth there. That you can add layers to your voice and to your character. I'm not saying you can't do that with main characters or like the heroes. They have, you know, the very stoic or the, you know, wow, I'm gonna, you know, dab, you know, whatever. But like, I think I find more enjoyment out of playing characters that are a little bit more unhinged.
Right.
And it's just more fun to play around with. So
yeah, that's awesome. And have you ever done any form of improv? Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, I love improv.
Nice.
I used to not like it because I'm a very methodical person.
I've learned that you have hated a lot of things prior to trying them.
I'm a hater. I'm a loser. I originally didn't like improv because I didn't like how it was structured, but I think that might have been because maybe it was because the setting of the people I was working with, but I actually ended up really liking it. I think if you have a really good group of people, especially people you're comfortable with, that helps a lot because you can kind of just, you can but you can also like feel comfortable, you know, with each other physically and stuff like that way, you know what you can play off of. But yeah, I think that was originally why I didn't like it, because I just didn't feel comfortable. But I think over time, I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, I love it.
A huge part of it is trust. So like, if you don't trust the people you're with, it's really hard to improvise with them.
Yeah, for sure. And that's like acting in general too. Like you got to trust your scene partner not to mess up or anything like that. Yeah, trust is important in everything, in every day life. Look at us.
Trust.
Me. Trust me.
Yes. When you are acting, I always like to ask, or performing in general, like whatever genre of it that it is, what is the feeling that comes with you, or cycle of feelings that happens in the moment?
It's in stages. At the beginning of a process, when I first get cast in something or even auditioning for something, I usually make like as many bold moves as possible to make the character stand out as much. But I feel, in terms of internalization, I really feel I don't know, like this excitement, like it's an enigmatic experience. Like I really want to do something with it. I will say when it's performing, I don't know, I get kind of lost in the moment. That sounds so cliche and so drab of an answer.
Such a theater nerd.
It's such a terrible answer.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but when I'm performing, I just really, I kind of get into that character mindset, the emotions of what the character wants, what they need, and their circumstances. And so like there's been a lot of times where like I've gotten off stage afterwards and kind of just been like, I really don't know what I just did. Like that sounds kind of generic, but like it's true. Like I really love getting into a character and really enjoying their world and their given circumstances. So yeah, that's an interesting question. Yeah.
everyone does that. They have like this far off look in their eye and they're like, wait, what is my process?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, and that's a tough question, you know. Man, has anyone ever
what I'm here for?
Has anyone ever just been like, oh, let me tell you, like it starts off point A.
No, everyone does exactly what you did.
Well, I hate that. I gotta be original.
Also stream. So let's talk about game. Okay. So games are huge in improv. It's all we do, literally.
True.
So when did you get interested in gaming? Like, when did that become kind of like a usual thing for you?
Gaming, not streaming, right?
Not streaming, just gaming. Yeah.
Great. Okay. This is kind of a sentimental story. I got into gaming very early on in my life. I was very young. My mom was a gamer. She's not anymore, but she loved The Legend of Zelda. Growing up, she would play with my grandmother, which is even crazier. They would play Legend of Zelda for the Nintendo Entertainment System or the Famicom in Japan. And they would like write notes about like where to go and what bushes you could burn and what what boulders you could bomb. And then they played like all the other ones. And then by the time I was born, the N64 wasn't out yet because I'm not that young, but the N64 came out about when I was 3 years old or so. And my mom got it. She got the N64. She got Legends of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And she was playing it, but I would watch her play it. And I was really enthralled. And she got too busy with work, and we were a family, and bills and just, all that crap. So she stopped playing it, and she like basically gave it to me and my brother, and she was like, y'all should play, and I'll just watch y'all. And so that's how I got into gaming. I wanted to play Zelda because my mom did it, and my brother was also better than me at every video game. He's 6 years older than me, so I had to be better than him eventually.
Better hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, we played Pokemon together. He was always better than me. Now I kick his ass like in everything. Smash, Pokemon, Mario Party, Mario Kart.
No. Revenge of the younger sibling.
Any Nintendo game, no, he's beat. Like he's Dunzo McDunzo. Might be able to beat me in like FIFA or something COD, but Nintendo, no, me.
Oh
yeah, that's how I got into gaming. Was because of my mom, which is crazy.
That's cool though. That's really nice. And okay, so then when did you get into streaming? And then I have a follow-up after this.
Streaming. Yes. I never wanted to be a streamer. Yeah, I hated streamers. I want to keep the hate through line through this. We'll
just have a hate count at the top right corner of your screen.
Whatever you title this is like Aaron hates lots of things. I didn't really want to be a streamer. My username on Twitch is Mr. Purple Broccoli. Know this. A popular question I get on that channel is how did I get the name? And it kind of ties in with your question. How did I get into streaming? I was at a burger place eating a salad, which is just part of the story. And I was with a friend who is a big internet man. He loves internet trends. He was always into that. And he was like, hey, you should try streaming. And I was like, no, people who stream just can't make it on YouTube. And I still partially believe what I said. I make YouTube videos too, but like, streaming's hard, but he asked me, he's like, why, what would your name be if you did? And I was like, well, I'm a guy, so Mr. And my favorite color is purple, so I'm purple. And my salad had this really lovely broccoli and it was delicious. It was like sauteed, but it was crispy. It was delicious. So I was like, I love broccoli, and so I became Mr. Purple Broccoli. But how I originally got started with it is that I had moved to Atlanta area, and the pandemic happened, and Animal Crossing New Horizons was coming out, and I love the Animal Crossing series. It's great. It's, some people hate it, some people love it. I've always loved it. I played it since the GameCube, and I was like, you know what? I think I could play this game for 1 year straight. I could stream it every single day for 1 year for 365 days. I was like, this is so cool. No one will ever do this. This is very original. And so I started streaming, and I did not do 365 days. That's miserable. I stopped that at like day 80, and I was like, yeah, no, my mental health is like plummeted. So but I got into it primarily because it was a perfect storm. Like the COVID, the pandemic started happening. I have all the equipment needed for it because I like gaming, and I was like, you know what? Like, yeah, let's do it. And I've been doing it for nearly 2 years now. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yes. It is fun. It is fun to watch Aaron as Mr. Purple Broccoli on stream.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Sometimes he dresses up like a broccoli.
I sure do. I almost wore it for today's thing.
Oh, really?
I was this close when I was like, no, we'll take this seriously today.
My friend Omar was streaming while I was interviewing him, and he was in a lovely lime green dress that belonged to his fiance, and a lavender wig. Spicy. And glitter just everywhere because he was doing a 24-hour, and that was a part of the challenges that he adds clothes and slaps glitter on his face.
Oh, that's adorable.
So yeah, so he took it seriously in the form of glitter.
Love it. Yeah, I'm supposed to do a Catboy maid stream sometime. Nice. So
yeah,
cringe. Yeah. My cringe levels through the roof. Everyone's already unclicked it.
I'll throw up after this. It's fine.
Okay, great. Perfect.
Thank you.
Hold you to it.
When you are, so you've done improv before. So the game of the scene, how do you feel about finding the game of the scene, if you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, that's a really
how do you feel about?
That's a good question. And I'm actually going to apply it to streaming.
Yeah,
actually.
100%.
Because I actually consider streaming to be a form of improv.
Yes, it is.
I actually, it's just like in an audience. And just like normally when you're improving, you have other people to kind of play off, but when you're streaming, you have yourself and your chat. You can normally read what people are feeling and what they're feeling, like what they're like, if they're hyped, like on stage, like you can feel the audience like loving it or hating it, right? Even if they're not vocal about it, you can kind of get that vibe. Streaming is similar. So finding like the game of like what you're gonna play with, what kind of narrative are you going to spin for the audience or your chat? Yeah, you can feel it, especially like if you have a bigger audience. I've been very fortunate to have a good active chat. And so you can kind of feel what people like or what they don't like, and you can kind of like play that type of the game with them in terms of entertainment.
Yeah, definitely. Energy flows. Yeah.
It's weird. You wouldn't think so because of they're not physically there, but people are normally very transparent when they do or don't like things. They can also sense sincerity and bullshitters, and even if through it's just text, you can still understand like what people are vibing with and what they're not. So
yeah, definitely. There have been some improv companies that have gone on Twitch to do festivals and stuff like that.
Oh, that's great.
So so definitely you can tell what kind of the vibe of the room is, especially through like watching. A lot of friends have become Twitch streamers, so through like going through their chats and stuff like that, you definitely can pick up the energy from the chat going into whatever's being streamed.
It's very tangible.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you some super serials questions. And we're about to enter into a round called taco choices. Okay. So you are going to make some quick choices on what you would put on your taco.
Okay, great.
Okay, ready? Hard shell or soft shell?
Hard.
Rice or no rice?
Taco, no rice.
God, everyone's been so judgmental.
No rice on a taco. Weird. No, soggy.
Whatever. Okay. What kind of protein? Meat, fish, or veggie?
Meat.
Okay. Like a barbacoa or beef or chicken?
Barbacoa.
Sick. Would you go like spicy, plain, mild?
Spicy.
Nice. Very
spicy. Good. Yes, please. Yes. Continue.
Would you do lettuce and onions or lettuce or onions?
I would do lettuce and onions, but preferably onion, cilantro, and like a turnip or parsnip or something like that, thinly sliced. Yeah, I know. Weird. Pickled actually is pretty good too. Continue.
Anyways. My brain just hurt a little bit. How
dare you?
How dare you? Would you do sour cream guacamole or just plain salsa?
Oh, guacamole.
Guacamole. Okay. Very nice.
Thank you. These quick fire. I gotta
be
quick.
Thank you for completing your taco. My last question is quite blasphemous for the show, but taco or burrito?
Taco.
Taco? You're not just being nice to the things behind me?
No, I'm not ass kissing. I actually think a taco is objectively better than a burrito because it's quicker. You get more bites, smaller. You get everything in one bite. Unless you have someone that make a bomb burrito, most people can't make bomb burritos.
No, they're like burritos.
Yeah. Like if you get like Taco Bell, it's like sour cream, cheese, rice, protein, something else. Like it's like layered like that for whatever reason. So you get like a bite of just sour cream, like, oh great, I love sour cream. What deliciousness. But like if you go to like Chipotle or like some other like or artisanal, like an artisanal like taco burrito place, they'll usually do a pretty good job. But like but taco, I pick taco. Yeah.
But thank you for playing Taco Choices.
Whoa, got it, nailed it.
You did it, nailed it. Oh God. Just gonna cancel the entire episode.
We'll edit that out.
We're done.
Cringe.
If I saw you in the street, I had no idea who you were. You're a stranger to me. What can't I tell just by looking at you?
Sad all the time. I don't know. What can you tell with looking at me? Sad all the time. Struggling. No, I don't know. What you can't tell looking at me.
Title of the episode: Hateful and Sad. Aaron.
Something you can't tell looking at me? Okay, well, I'm gonna spin the question back on you. Let's do that. Okay, what would you think just seeing me based off of like how I look right now? I'm just like, hello, I don't know you. How you doing?
What do you mean? Like, what's my first impression?
Yeah, first impression that you would have of me. That way it'll help me answer my question.
You seem really quirky.
Ooh, yeah, that's probably fair. That's it, just quirky. Great, we'll coast with that. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, what do you want more? Do you want like an in-depth psych eval of what my first impressions of are you?
Give me like three things. I flipped the script. I own the channel now. Welcome to the broccoli party.
Oh my God. Body language wise, I guess it would be like you do seem like an extrovert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Self-care. Because you do your hair, you're wearing clothes today, you know.
I did put them on.
You have glasses.
That's true.
Visually impaired, is that a quality?
Yeah. Blind. That's a personality. Blind. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, building off of that, then I think sad. No, I think I think what a lot of people don't know about me is that I'm a little bit more deeper and methodical than people lead on. Well, how I lead on. I definitely like to make people laugh and happy and stuff like that. I'm definitely a people pleaser. That is who I am, but I am a little bit more introverted and a little bit more methodical about things than people realize. I'm really a softie. Very emotional. I cry every day. I cried on the way home today from the gym. I was listening to a Kingdom Hearts podcast.
Oh no.
And Dearly Beloved was playing, which is a great song.
Yeah.
And the person was talking about grief. And I was just crying. I cry over everything.
Because
that's not a good word
over that.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm very empathetic. I think that's a good word. Yeah, I'm very empathetic.
You are an introverted extrovert with a dash of empathy on top.
A little dash on there. Hateful, hates everything.
And then hate just covers it like a blanket. Constant,
just there. Just living and thriving. Yeah. We'll go with that. That seems like a fair answer.
Sure, yeah, no, totally. A very hateful Talk About It Tuesday with Aaron.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We love it. We love to see it.
So if you were talking to someone who was thinking about getting into the arts and things like that, what would you say to someone who's considering it?
Don't give up.
Nice.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I think anyone getting the arts, and I know people can be pretty cynical about it. I have a lot of opinions and a lot of advice to give, so I won't talk about it for a while, but definitely know what you want out of it, right? Do you want to do it professionally? Do you want to do it because you love it? Do you want to do it because you can do it professionally and love it? But what do you want out of acting? What do you want out of it? Because you can go do community theater, you can do personal projects and have a blast with it. You don't have to go through the very serious climb of the theater professional world or the film professional world. But I would say work hard. If you want to do it professionally, work hard, be passionate. Try not to compare yourself to others. I think a big problem I have, and I know a lot of peers of mine have, is that it's so easy to compare your success with other people's success and like your talent with other people's talent. Try not to do that. I say that everyone will, like, people like, I don't, you're a liar. But try not to. Like, you can get down a really big rabbit hole when you start comparing your craft to someone else's craft, because you are uniquely you and that person is not you. And that applies to really life in general, but yeah, but acting's similar. Like, just keep on working on it, be passionate, find ways to improve, find ways to be better. I tell this with friends of mine who are streamers too. Like, if you're trying to be a better streamer, and I'm not even a good streamer, I'm okay at it. But like every day, every stream or every show or every time you do a monologue, always try to be better than you were before. Try to do something new. Try not to stagnate, because once you stagnate, I feel like a lot of people get into a rut. They're like, I don't know what to do anymore. But just keep on finding ways to keep it fresh. And last one, very important. If you're trying to get into film, this is a film one. Yeah. I literally just talked to someone about this the other day. If you're trying to get into film and you're like, I don't have a demo, what do? Okay, listen, this is your secret to success. Record every audition you ever do that you like, even if it's for theater, record it, because you still have a proof of concept of what you have to offer. And like, that way you have material. Is it an actual demo reel? No, but like it is. So you can still show like people what you look like, what you can do, your range. Record literally every audition you ever do, especially during like pandemic times. Most people want virtual recordings anyways. But like, keep them. Just splice them together. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out, you at least have it, so that way you can show someone something. Yeah. So that's probably the biggest advice I have to give.
Nice. That's some good advice, Aaron.
Thank you.
You did good.
I try. Sad and hateful. Trying my best.
Sad and hateful, but tries.
But tries.
So my last question for you is, what are ways that people can find you?
Like find me?
Like not your address or social security, but I'll like
no, like my handles, my social handles.
your handles.
Okay. I am everywhere. If you want to find me on Twitch, you can find me Mr. Purple Broccoli / or twitch.tv. Yeah, twitch.tv / Mr. Purple Broccoli. I stream usually Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, sometimes on Sundays, depending on what I'm doing. Acting wise, that can change my streaming schedule. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, it's Mr. Purple Broccoli, I think, as well. Okay. My acting Instagram and my streaming Instagram are all the same. Should I have made separate accounts? Yes. Did I? No. Twitter, Mr. Pup Brock, also my acting joint. It's like a marriage. Yep. Nice. Streaming and acting all together. I am in a couple films. You might have seen me in Cobra Kai season 3 as a featured extra. Very cool. Wow. I know. Say less. Applause. I can hear it. But yeah, no, like, in all honesty, like, yeah, my social handles, you can follow me on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want. I have a YouTube as well. It's okay. I post every once in a while. My TikTok, not bad, actually. I feel like I made pretty good TikTok content, actually. My voice went alive, but I think I actually did pretty good work. I feel like I do. I had like one hit wonder, like one video, it had like 62,000 views and like a couple like 1,000 likes. I was like, well, I'm famous. No, I'm not. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm pretty easy to contact too. So yeah, shoot me a message. Nice. I love talking to people.
Yeah. So if you would like to keep up with Aaron, please check out the description down below and follow him everywhere.
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 Please.
Even to the grocery store.
Oh, yes. I have a very good taste in groceries, actually. I have great IDs for sales, and I sometimes clip coupons.
Wow. Coupons. Love coupons.
I'm a broke bitch. I try my best.
Well, thank you so much, Aaron, for joining me on Talk About It Tuesday. It was nice to chat.
Yeah, it was great talking to you.
If you guys would like to keep up with all things Erin, please make sure to go to the description down below and check out the links that are there. If you would like to take any improv classes or sketch writing, you could go to www.thisisimprov.com and sign up today. We have classes for kids, teens, adults. We also do corporate team building and improv for life skills. So again, that's www.thisisimprov.com. If you like histories, mysteries, and ghost stories, there are two things you can do right now. The first is you can go onto Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or really pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts, and go to This Is Legends of Yesterday and listen to all of that fun Florida and more. And we have our historical and ghost tours here in Davie. So you can go to www.thisisimprov.com to sign up for the tours, or www.thisistours.com. I hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful, and glorious rest of your day. Thank you so much, Erin, for joining me.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye. See you next time.